Hello and welcome to the Casual Commons, where we're all common people striving for financial independence. So I just wanted to make a quick video on what my investment plans and goals are for 2021, just so I can capitalize on YouTube search terms. There will be no White Claws today because, as you can see, it is currently daytime, but it is the first snow of New York City. Consider yourself blessed. F in chat for blessed. So I made a beautiful slide deck. As you can see, it says a beautiful slide deck, so you know it's beautiful. Just to detail what I want to talk about for this video, and I think it'll be a short one if I don't rant. So we have a full agenda too, so you know this PowerPoint is legit. As you can see, we'll first get into the introduction. Then I'll get into my 2020 financial goals and updates. Then I'll talk about my 2021 goals. Then we'll talk about what I'll be investing in financially and what I'll be investing in for myself. So before we get into it, let me just do a little quick introduction. I'm 25 years old. I live in New York City, and I like chilling and relaxing and having vibes. So those are all of the things I am. What I am not is a financial advisor. I am not that. So if you are looking for sound financial advice, this ain't the video, you can click off. But if you want to know what a 25-year-old living in New York City is going to spend his money on in 2021, feel free to stick around. So I think I can't talk about my 2021 goals without talking about my goals for 2020 first. And I have like a few little updates I should mention. I have a little sticky note in my room that detailed out my goals for the end of the year. And basically it was, I wanted my savings to be at 20K. I wanted my Roth IRA for the next year, so 2021, maxable. So like I have enough cash in my accounts to max it on January 1st. And I want my checkings to be at $3,000 at all times, just in case I need money like ASAP, and I can't wait for a transfer to occur. And that's basically all, just to say that I want 25K in cash on hand by the end of the year, and I'm there, so we're good. A few updates. So clink, 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 we're gonna celebrate because I got a promotion and a raise. So I am now finally in the six-figure club. Officially, my base salary has exceeded $100,000 after, what's it been, 2.5 years of working full-time. So that's really fun. And I think I can accomplish a lot more with this new raise if I don't spend it all. So that's a goal. So like all this new money that I'm getting, I'll basically just consider it money for investing into retirement, and I won't even touch it. And around September, October, I was able to get to a point where 40% of my income was getting automated into savings, whether it was for like an emergency or beefing up my emergency fund, or saving for retirement, or just like investing in general, which is good. And I raised my 401k contributions to about 25% at the moment. So I think at the beginning of the year, I was at 8%. And even with all that like catching up I did and like putting so much money into my 401k, I won't be able to max it this year just because I didn't think to like max it at the beginning of this year before like I really knew the benefits. So I won't get to max it this year, but hopefully for next year I will. Now let's talk about my 2021 financial goals, because I think this is what you're here for. So firstly, I think number one is I should be able to max my 401k account and my Roth IRA, both accounts. I currently have $6,000 waiting to be invested into my Roth IRA as soon as January 1st hits. And then my 401k, basically the amount that I'm getting from my raise for the following year, should be basically enough to max out my 401k. Then I also want to maintain around $20,000 in cash, so decreasing the amount that I'm holding on to this year. I think that's basically enough for me to live on for 6 to 8 months should I like lose my job or if anything bad happens. So that's kind of like my like emergency fund. And then I also want to maintain my 40% savings rate going into 2021. I think the minimum people really should be investing, it should be 15%. Some people say 20. I say as much as you can. I think my like maximum is roughly 40, and some months it's even more than 40%. If I'm just like basically really good with my money, I have more money left over. So at the minimum though, I still want 40% of my income to go towards savings. And then the big goal of 2021 is to hit 6 figures in net worth. I personally don't like or even advise anyone to talk about their net worth, even to family, to friends, or whatever, because I feel like that gets to a tricky spot where you spent all this time saving up your money, and then once people hear like you have a certain amount of money, they're like, hey, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? Why can't you like help me? And I think it's just easier to go through life without people knowing your net worth. However, this will be like the first and like maybe last time I talk about my net worth on this channel, because hitting $100,000 in net worth is a big milestone that I think every young person going into the workforce should be like very proud of, and I will be very proud of it. I'll celebrate it. But at the same time, it's not a lot of money. Say I like move back to like Dallas, quit my job and like stop making money at all. This $100,000 would probably get me through 2-3 years, maybe 4 or 5 if I lived with my parents. It's not that much at all, so I feel okay talking about it. But I think in the future, I will probably abstain from talking about my net worth just because I don't know who's on here. I don't know which of my enemies are watching my videos. I don't know which enemies I will be making. So I think it's probably just best that I celebrate this big win because 6 figures is a lot of money. So I do want to celebrate and do want to talk about it. So let's get into what I will be investing in financially with my money in 2021. So for my retirement accounts, I think the easiest path is just for me to invest everything into market index funds, whether that's like the S&P 500 or like the total stock market. I'll probably just put it all into that and call it a day. As for my extra automated money that I also use to invest, I will also throw that into market index funds. I thought about maybe using that money to tinker around and investing in companies I like believe in, but then I thought about it, and if the majority of hedge funds fail and hedge funds recruit people with PhDs in economics, what makes me think that I will beat the market and like will do better than these hedge funds? Girl, I don't even have a like bachelor's in finance. The farthest I got was a minor in finance. And let me tell you, I cannot read a financial statement to save my life. So I don't think I would be able to quantitatively analyze the companies I want to like invest in. So I think the safest bet is for me to just put it all in the market and be done with it. I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the expertise. And then leftover money that, I get on the side, maybe I'll consider doing some like dividend investing just so I can see some realized returns without having to sell off my stock. But it's in yellow because it's like there's a lot of overlap with dividend investing and just a total market investment plan. And I don't even know if I'll even do dividend investing or if I'll just put, that money into the market again. So now we're going to get into the fun part, self-investments. So these are just investments I will be making into myself. Some very frugal people will say that these are just expenses, they're just fun. I say, I'm young, I'm 25, I live in New York City. I should, take advantage of this kind of lifestyle and like just enjoy life while I live here, because I don't think I'm gonna live in New York City forever. So, why not spend a little money and like live that bougie life? So first of all, I will be investing in my youth. What does that mean? I feel like 2020 has taken a lot of time away from us, and it's made me realize that although I do love staying in and not interacting with people, I do miss going out and being social and just like being a little wild and like getting home at like 3-4 a.m. So as soon as the pandemic is under control, we are all vaccinated, I do want to spend some money to like go out and like have fun and just, buy the occasional $15 cocktail. The next thing I want to do is I want to travel. Again, as soon as the pandemic is controlled and I'm vaccinated and other people are vaccinated, I do want to spend money traveling for myself. Since I started working full-time, I have only traveled like home and to visit family. I haven't really traveled for myself. So in 2021, I do want to spend some money to travel around and visit places I've never been before. And then the last thing I really want, which kind of questionable, is I want a gaming PC. So since the pandemic hit, I've been playing a lot more games just because, we don't have to go anywhere. There's no one waiting on us. There's nothing to do outside. So I've been getting a lot more into gaming, and I've recently been watching a lot of Twitch streamers, and I realized I kind of miss like gaming on my PC. I have a really shitty like laptop that I use as my like gaming laptop, but it doesn't work anymore. So I do want to invest in a gaming PC that will also maybe help me edit these videos. In conclusion, basically, I'm baby, and that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't take too much of your time. I've enjoyed having you here, and I would love for you to come back. So if you want more of this kind of content, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.